Hello, beautiful ones. Thank you so much for watching this. I'm Rachel Scoltock. I'm an angel medium, and I'm doing the weekly card reading for you. And first up, I just want to say a big thank you. I put some stuff up on my Facebook page yesterday, Sunday, here in Australia, and yes, I got an outpouring of support and love and kindness. And some of what I was talking about was that sometimes, you know, on social media and anytime you kind of put yourself out there, you run the risk of getting keyboard warriors, you know, people that want to put something down that might be mean or unkind, or they may be trying to be helpful, but it's actually critical, and it can hurt sometimes. And look, sometimes it's, you know, it's about the receiver, you know, and I have to admit that some of the things that I had received, I did react to. And, you know, there's a well-known saying that I used to love to hear Dr. Wayne Dyer say, which is, you know, if someone gives you a gift and you don't take it, you don't accept it, then to whom does the gift belong? And that means that if someone gives you, whether it's a compliment or whether it's an insult, you don't have to accept it. And when you remember not to accept it, you don't swallow the poison. And so therefore the present doesn't belong to you. The gift doesn't belong to you. It belongs to that person. It's more about the other person. And, you know, sometimes it's well-meaning and misguided. Sometimes it's misread and misunderstood. And other times it's downright bullying. And I think bullying is something that we all need to be aware of, and we don't need to bully the bullies, but we have to shine light on these issues, because when we stand together and shine light on something, it can be transmuted. And that was one of the things that came from yesterday, is that I found that by talking about it, and there was a split second before I pressed send on that post, I was basically saying that, you know, as an older woman, is that what I am? Aging, that sometimes people feel the need to point out the bits of me that are aging, and you know, and that also there is an invisibility that comes with that. So, you know, I'm no longer, you know, young and in my 20s and in that kind of attractive mode that I used to be. I'm not that person anymore. My body's completely different. My face is completely different. Everything's different. My thoughts are different than what I was back then. But, and I think what it all comes down to is that loving and accepting ourselves, and loving and accepting everybody as they are, and seeing the beauty and the light and whatever it is that's inside someone, instead of picking on the external things that you may not like. Because usually when we do that, we're looking with the eyes of judgment. We're actually projecting a judgment of ourselves onto someone else. And that got brought up yesterday by a lot of people. So big thank you for that. And it's just something to be aware of, I guess. I certainly felt the moment when I was going to send it, and I thought, is this about me? Am I making it about myself and an ego thing? And I thought, no. And then the word courage came through. And I think sometimes when we are feeling vulnerable, it does take courage to step out and share that. And we find that lots of other people are going through that too, and they're afraid to speak about it. And so you open the door for that. So for that part, I'm grateful. I have closed the post off now, so don't go looking for it. I'm an extremely sensitive empath, and I went to bed last night and it was still going, and there were people still commenting, and I could feel all that energy coming at me, a good energy, but it was keeping me awake, so I locked it off. So, but blessings to everybody. So let's get moving with what the angels have to say to us this week. Now, really felt Archangel Michael's energy very strongly today. I had a channeled message come through earlier that was saying that there is a lot of intensity. It's been really building. It's like, it's almost fiery. So don't be surprised if you find yourself wanting to go off, feeling pressured, wanting to cry, feeling overwhelmed, feeling angry about something in your life. And, you know, this too shall pass. So, you know, express your emotions safely, perhaps to yourself first, and then allow that energy to pass, and it might give you some wisdom. So I've certainly felt a little of that today, and feeling very much like I really needed Archangel Michael by my side today. So I ask for and invite Archangel Michael's presence to be with me and to be with you, whomever wants it. And when you accept that and you say, yes, Archangel Michael, thank you for being with me, then you've invoked his presence. It's very easy to make an invocation. Now, I dropped about 4 cards then, so I'm not going to. I'm using the Archangel Oracle deck and just listening to what the angels are saying to me. They do want me to draw out 4 cards. Okay. All right. So the first card out is Archangel Chamuel. And Chamuel is an angel who is great to call upon whenever you're feeling a bit stuck or lost. And if you're feeling like, okay, I don't know what to do next, or I know what I want, but I don't know how to get there, or I'm looking for my soulmate, I'm looking for a job, I'm looking for someone to help me clean my car, or whatever it is, you can ask Archangel Chamuel, because Chamuel's name means seeker of God, or God sees. And so I imagine Chamuel to be like the eyes of God, to be like a person, an angel that's out there searching and seeking. Now, in this card, it's saying peace comes from remembering that only love is real. And so here Chamuel and the archangels are reminding us that when we feel less than peaceful, it's because we've gone into a belief, it may even be for a second, that love has disappeared and we become very, very fearful. So even the most dreadful thing that can happen to a person, in spiritual truth, if it comes from negativity and fear, it's not real, because in spiritual truth, in the divine mind, negativity, fear, anger, loss, lack, hatred, all of that doesn't exist. Just doesn't exist. So as soon as we claim that truth, that we are connected to the divine mind, we can create that in our lives. And so it's bringing you peace, bringing you peace. Now, the second card that came out is relationship harmony. Now, I can hear Archangel Michael talking to me as I'm bringing up this card. This is about bringing harmony into your important relationships. And you can ask the angels to bring harmony into your relationships. But what I'm hearing from the angels here is pay attention to your closest relationships. Make sure that you're not neglecting them. Make sure that you're not overwhelming them, maybe, or expecting too much. That's the words, expecting too much from your close relationships. Sometimes I think we can rely too much on a single person, maybe a parent, maybe a partner, maybe even a child, to be our everything. And no one can be everything to someone. So sometimes we have to sort of, we might be going through a hard time and we've been leaning on someone, and sometimes we've got to allow them to lean on us, or we've got to have some space from each other. And that's okay. That's not neglect. But we've got to put some love and peace and harmony. It also feels like there's some apologies that need to be said here. I'm feeling really emotional with this. So Archangel Raguel is saying that harmony is coming, and the hearts will open so that forgiveness can come forward. So this card has come up to say that this is one of the things that's disturbing your inner peace, is the way you're thinking about someone else. You might be feeling resentful because they're not giving you enough time, or you feel like, or you haven't spoken your truth, or they haven't spoken their truth to them. But it's about bringing back harmony and peace and remembering only love is real. The guidance is interesting too. This seems to be such a lovely reading this week. Look at the nurture card. Now, this is Archangel Gabriel, and Gabriel is the messenger angel. I love Gabriel. Gabriel is the one that helps us to speak our truth, helps us to write. If you're a writer, or you're a communicator, maybe you're writing your website, or you're getting some information out there, you can call on Gabriel and you'll find a whole new level of energy comes through. Definitely that's what I did when I wrote my book, My Life with Angels. When I felt demotivated or I got stuck, I called on Gabriel straight away, and some other beings of light to help me, and it always got me moving again. And I did some writing that I just didn't know I could do. But this card is about nurturing yourself. As the nurturing angel, Gabriel is saying it's time for you to nurture yourself, just like a mother would nurture a tiny child. So It's time for you to be very super gentle with yourself. Maybe go to bed early, maybe eat gentle foods that don't interfere with your digestion. Lay off caffeine and things that overstimulate you. Treat yourself as a tiny child. You might be feeling a bit frazzled and on edge and feeling like you don't know what to do in life. And we all have that child inside of us. And if we neglect that child, we ignore that child, or we try and, crack the whip behind it, everything starts to fall apart. So this is about nurturing and being extremely gentle with yourself. No excuses, Archangel Gabriel just said. And the outcome card is interesting. It's Archangel Raphael. So we've got a lovely mixture of the archangels today. It's about health and well-being. So if you haven't been feeling the best lately, if you've been feeling a bit ragged, or your immune system is dropping, or you just don't think you've got the sparkle that you normally have, the angels are asking that you pay attention to that. But by paying attention to these other messages, this is the outcome, that you're going to feel healthier, more vibrant, have more energy. It's also, this is a message for healers. Some of the intensity that's around at the moment is about get on with your life purpose. Get on with doing what makes, what would make you happy, but would also help the world. You're needed out there. So if you feel like you're a healer, Raphael is your angel. And so taking steps to get on that healing path. But I can see for you this week that the energy is coming back. You'll start to feel stronger in your body, in your energy field, and more sort of vibrant and motivated. So don't be worried if you're not feeling that right now. There's some things for you to sort out. And also self-nurturing. You can't drive a car with no petrol in it. And so if your energy is low, it doesn't matter why it's low. You might wake up and say, well, I just had, a good night's sleep. Why is my energy low? Who knows? But you need to pay attention to that rather than justify it away. So that's a beautiful mixture of cards. So I'm going to I've already called on Michael for you. Archangel Chamuel, please help everyone here to find peace. If you accept Chamuel to come into your energy field, I place Chamuel beside you on your right side. I call on Archangel Raguel, the angel of harmony, to stand on your left side. If you accept Raguel, please help. Anyone here who needs needs your help with relationships, harmony, blessing people, forgiving people, saying sorry, whatever it is, bringing harmony into relationships, please go to the side of that person. I also ask for and invite the presence of Archangel Gabriel. And Archangel Gabriel will help you to nurture and love yourself, to do any writing or communicating that you need to get done, and will stand behind you. Archangel Gabriel, thank you for standing behind whomever calls on you right now and who accepts you into their energy field. And I also ask for and invite Archangel Raphael for the healers, for anyone who's feeling a little bit unwell and off color, because as the healing angel Raphael, I know you're going to be able to help everybody. And Raphael talks to us through ideas and thoughts. So if you find yourself thinking, oh, I must go to the dentist, or perhaps you should make myself a soup tonight, that could be Raphael working through you to try to bring you into alignment with good health and your healing path. So Raphael, I ask you to stand in front of, in the energy field, whomever accepts your presence right now. Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm sending you lots and lots of love for the week ahead. Thanks for being patient. I did need to have some time off. And yes, I was back last week, but it was kind of like I hit the ground running and had lots of clients and work on. So I couldn't get the video done, but that's okay. I'm back now, and I'm wishing you angel blessings and lots of love, and see you next Monday. Mwah.